And we're back. What's good? Getting into a little stream action. Gonna be working on this track right here, Blue Orange. So I was thinking too, forget the to-do list, right? Let's just go off the cuff, see what we think, and come up with a couple ideas. Who knows? They could be good, could be bad. Just see what we come up with to try and polish this a little bit. So you know the rules. Let me go ahead and save as. Open up my timer. Turn the volume down there. You know what it is. Set it for 1 hour. Go, 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 go. And let's go. So start off, we'll listen to it from the top. Per usual, let any new listeners jump in with us, understand where we're at, and check it out from the beginning. I might jot down some notes, but the rule is I got to go right to them and work on them right then. So without further ado, here we go. That ending part is new, so I was just checking that out a little bit. I'm kind of digging it. This first part, this variation on the melody, that first part might be a little bit too much. Yeah, can I lower the, take down the frequency on that or something? That is a little bit much. Maybe take down the amp amount a little bit. Maybe actually start fading this out. That's 33. I'm automating so many damn things on this. So the attack keeps going up and up. That's cool. But maybe this auto filter actually could get automated more. What about just on this? What about something more along? So this actually wasn't one of the ideas that I wrote down, but I'm going to call it, because I wrote down 4 other things. Soften, outro, lead. So I wrote down boring bass. The bass in the beginning is boring. I want to do something there. Double snare at end of hook 1. Just a quick little ghost note I want to throw in. Boring part before Montuno. Yeah, I have an idea how to spice that up. Oh, no, I don't yet, but that part's boring too. Make part better before La Villa Bridge too. I do know what I want to do there. I want to bring in the old part, so I'll do that in a minute. And then finally soften, outro, lead. So when it goes to this variation for, let's see, these. Right, so I'm all the way down here. Let's see. Okay. So it's all the full 4-bar or 8-bar chunks that I can see. 1-bar chunks that I can see. Just something like this maybe even. So just to give it a little bit of movement, maybe bring this up to 1/5. Move it back a little bit. And then maybe just do a couple little. I'm going to actually bring it down a little bit on this. Maybe something more like. Let's hear it not muted. With it. Yeah, it's getting really quiet here, so I'm not gonna spend a crap. Oops. Copy, paste. This one here, let's get funky on. Dun dun dun. That was not what I was thinking when I said funky. All right. That doesn't sound natural enough. Let's try and go. Something cool here, so maybe like that wasn't cool. Maybe 298. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna have to move these bottom ones over, see how they're not fully. Maybe 448, 342, and then 261 here. Wait, I'm going up. Okay, let's just hear this. And then maybe someone on drum. Da, da, da. Maybe here. I'll mess with the fades in a second. I actually just picked up something pretty interesting that I'm excited about. Picked up a copy of Superior Drummer. So I was complaining the other day about the workflow of going between here, other ways that you want to add ghost notes. This is the last track I do this way, I tell you. Maybe soften this hit, this fade a little bit more. Maybe soften this guy even a little bit more. Does that feel right? Yeah, I like that snare hit. I think I can groove with that. Let's hear these 4 leading into this new automated part that I did. Yeah, this one doesn't feel good to me. Just realized a big mistake. Still got the limiter on. Darn it. Really, we're just doing creative stuff, so I haven't been doing any mixing or EQing, but that was a mistake. This isn't quite right here for me. I think I need this to go deeper, man. The pitch bend on this note. That's pretty heavy on the high pass. Nice. Yeah, I'm digging that. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and save, and let's jump to the next thing that I definitely know I want to do. Make part better before La Villa Bridge. Although we did say anything we write down we have to do. So this could be a late stream. All right, let's see here. So here I want to do the part that how it leads into this, but even stronger. So I'm going to grab these last four with the automation. So let's see what's being automated. The ping pong, the attack, the low pass cutoff, and the delay. So the ping pong send, the delay send. It'd be good to reorder these a little bit. At least for now, they're my sends. I'll get it a little bit clearer. Okay, so righto. All right, so we've got that. Let's go over to this part and here the last four. See, I have that lead I have that part somewhere else, right? Maybe here. Yeah. Yeah, I do it there. Yeah, this is going to be a tough call. So what I'm deciding is whether or not to put a variation here at the end. So let's take a listen. So that would be the first one that gets repeated, I think. That leads into another part at least. So instead, we'll paste this in. Third note softer too. I don't think it's get this bigger. That has to be quieter. That's not the right note. So what are we in? F minor. Yeah, if I hit that, though, I need to friggin' nail it. So, where's the pong in this one? Let's ramp this up. All right, I am liking this, man, because I remember toning this down before. Yeah, and I'm going to change the velocities on all these. So these first two, what if I made it more lead into it? So let's start at the top. I'll see you at the top. I might be overdoing it right now, but I like that, how it's the octave hit. So what I did there was before it was the first, the minor third, and the fifth. So it was ba-dum-bump, ba-dum-bump, the F minor triad. But instead, if I put it up to F, actually, what if I put this to C? What if I put it to both? That's a pretty good atmosphere. So let's hear this part. Okay. Let's do that again. Yeah, but this part has to change, so let me consolidate this so I just have an easier time editing it. Move it up. So now what if this was a different one? So I played this in, and now I'm just, one thing that I love to do, especially if you're using a minor pentatonic scale, one thing that you can do is you can go and, let me turn this on so I can explain what I'm talking about. So let's say I'm just going to play something in F minor pentatonic, which we got here. All right, and then let's say I had a part that was, I'll just make it up. And I played that in and recorded it. You know, maybe you do a little bit of cleanup with the timing or whatever, but one cool thing to then go and do is start to swap notes around in the piano roll. So I'd be like, from the original of, okay, another one. And I wouldn't actually be playing these variations in. I'm just doing that for an example. What I would do is I'd go in the piano roll and actually edit these puppies right in here after I played it. And it opens up a new dimension of creativity, I think. I actually don't see a lot of people doing that. And sometimes these big house or trance or other producers, I feel as if they come up with something and then they just ride that melody out for the rest of the song. They're like, oh my God, I came up with something good after hours of doing something, and then they just stick with it. Whereas it's really cool, you know, come up with a hook, but then some other producers that I respect, they might do something like this where you go in, you do little variations. But honestly, you don't hear it much. It's kind of from the rock and metal world more, where if you have an opportunity, you know, you've got a riff or something. You'd always switch those up. You know, you're not going to stay every 4 times doing the same one. So That's that idea. So something as if, what are we doing? Whatever. Just, do some variations on your melody lines, basically, and it can make it more, I think, exciting, melodically. But let's listen to what we're doing here. So... yeah, I think we can get it even cooler, so... well, that's not making it cooler. So this one was originally... let's go back to the very... So I want to keep this lick at the end, because this is actually, instead of going, this is what it does a lot of the other song. It does that blue note there, which is the B to the F root note. So instead I'm taking it to the C, so it's moving from a blues scale, where I'm really accentuating that blue note, to just be a standard minor pentatonic scale. You know, the difference is that sixth note, the blue note. Straight up minor pentatonic, blues scale. So there you go, and that's the difference. So for this ending lick, I wanna keep that C because I think it's pretty cool. Not much of the rest of the song plays it, but ooh, what if we do a little swap? And this is exactly what I mean. The entire song we're going, 5 5 7 1 5 7 1 da 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 5 5 7 1 5 7 1. So instead, let's switch it. Let's go 1 7 5. And see how I'm kind of swapping all these notes around. This is all staying in the minor pentatonic: F, A flat, B flat, C, E flat, F. Those five notes, I'm just staying on them. Let's get that back on there. Maybe not quite that much edited back, but just a little bit. And maybe not so much filter cut off. And maybe some here. Let's zoom in so we can see what the fuck we're doing. Very slight. Yeah, there's that over there, so. Let me close this one, we're not gonna use it. Let's go back to the other one way over here and let's hear how this ends. Okay, so we'll flop it. Shit. So what if we flip these guys too? So put that to the blue note, put that to the second of the minor scale. Yeah, so so I'm gonna go. Take out that modulation. What if I go up? So I'll start down on the B flat, then go to C, there. Oh, that's kind of interesting. That was not what I was looking for. Maybe I am changing this ending lick. Woo! I think this one might be it. See, just swapping these around is totally changing the feel for me. Is it too late in the song to get that crazy though? That might be it. And you know what's cool is this part is all played in. I might have edited a little bit before when it was over in this other part of the song, but let's see what we're working with. So we want to get this unique, nice little lick that ends into the feeling of the end of the song. And honestly, the way the end of the song goes, I start to cut out more and more of the blue note and just play more standard fifths versus a blue note. More just plain fifths towards the end of the song. So let's hear the first one. That's what's leading into. Now let's hear this next one. Yeah, but so now it's obvious. Let me save it. I'm really liking this. It's obvious that I have to go and change the automation because I'm going too low on the low pass filter on the cutoff and not letting that that melody line here at the end. Pardon here. Not letting that shine enough. So in the interest of helping that shine, let's open this up. Let's swap. So what do we have at our disposal? We have the amp amount, the release, the output gain. That's a weird thing. When do I even use that? A little time to mellow it out, I guess. Need to clean this up. Track panning, dry, wet, bright, color, motion. These are all things built into the operator lead. Then there's the reverb, delay, and ping pong sends. I've got the attack. That should be up there. The release. Attack, release, bright, color, motion. I didn't mess with those too much. Some filters. So let's see here. So let's brighten this day up a little bit. Yeah, I think that you want it to zip up a little bit more, and then there's the dun-dun-dun. Maybe even before that. So I'm automating the attack up, and this is from when I copied it over before. I'm gonna take this off though. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on this melody line yet. I'd say this is in a good way. I would say this is in a good way right now. This is also one of those things that I want to sit with for a couple of days, melody-wise, and then I'll come back to it. That tends to work pretty good for me. So let's quickly go check out the end of this double snare that I was talking about at end of hook 1. Right there. I gotta hear it in context, but let's hear this in context. I don't know. Honestly, the snare is not sounding amazing to me right now. And so the reason you're not seeing much of an EQ on it is there's this and this. I don't like the idea in general, but just listening to the snare right now, trying to hear it from someone else's perspective, kind of sucks. It's not very cracking. Let's hear these other snares. It's replaceable. I'm not in love with it. I'm going to sit on it for now, but it's not awesome. So let's take a listen to this boring bass and let's see what we think there, because it's a little on the boring side. So let's see. I gotta clean these tracks up too, but we've got. Let's loop this, take a listen. Right, so for the LFO, where do you set what it goes into? You set that it's not those. There's better LFOs that we can use on an auto filter. It is nice and simple, which I like about it, but yeah, what about this Waves Max Bass plugin? What this does is it brings in a bunch of overtones to the root note and actually makes it sound like the fundamental frequency is being played higher. So I don't understand exactly how it works, but it's pretty interesting. So I know I was playing with this because for this one, what you wanted is I want to make sure people can hear this through, you know, something like iPod speakers or their laptop speakers and get some mid-range content for the lowest of the low where this bass is hitting. That PC, laptop, there you go. That's pretty big. So one thing I'm also not going to do is make any big decisions while I've got this, while I'm listening through headphones. Although these are good, what I will want to do is take a listen to it through the monitors. Because one thing I might do too is actually put it on the bus itself, but that's not going to totally solve our problem. What about really just throwing an amp on this or something that's going to crunch it up a little bit? A little crunch like that sounds pretty good. So I've heard this so many times, I'm going to go ahead and save it because I know it will trigger it instantly that I realize that there's an effect on this bass and that I added it next time I hear it. So I like it. I don't know. I want to hear that through monitors again and some bigger speakers to hear how that's hidden. But in general, let's see here. The last part is the boring part before Montuno. So let's take a listen to this because this is the last of the 5 that I made a note, and I've addressed them all or, chosen not to. I had an idea. What if I put this down lifter back in? Although it's a little bit formulaic, but I kind of like that. I think I'm actually going to hold, I'm going to do a different, so instead of 30, I'll take it in from the left at 15. And then what I'll do is still go to the 30 on the right. Excuse me, but I'm going to put an auto filter on this and then, or you know what? Before the reverb, I will set the frequency all the way up and then I'm going to open it up on this. That's a bug that I was going back and forth with Ableton about. I might have talked about it before. If you heard how the hook just started playing, it was out of key. That's because I don't end this clip with the envelopes set to 0, although I'm pretty sure I said it. Oh, I guess not. Right. But so because I didn't end the clip automation back at 0, when I replay it, even though I wasn't playing this part of the clip, it can come back out of key. So I'll fix that. But that's a situation. You heard it play. Let's see. So, right, I'm going to be opening up the cutoff on the auto filter. Well, for reference, what's it sound like? Okay. It's almost like an echo of this one. And show fades. I'm also going to actually automate the Pong a little bit. Why is that doing that? I'm clicking the Pong. Huh. Show all parameters. Okay. Oh, is that a global setting that when I chose to only show automated parameters, it updates it everywhere? Because if it is, I did not recognize that. Learn something new every day. Oh, and the way I fix when that problem happens is you can just hit the pitch bend and the mod wheel and clear it, or the mod wheel if that's the thing that's being automated. But I do want to fix. I have to go through and fix all those clips. Let me actually make a real note of that I have to do that. Go through and clean up endings of clip automation. It's really the clip envelope automation in there, yeah. All right. As opposed to in arrangement view directly. Oh, I know what I can do to make it more interesting. Start at 30. Start at 15. Do a little pass by. Buzz the tower. I'm gonna do 30. A little bit less on the fade. I wanted to be doing it early enough, but then get over there so you kind of hear it in the middle there. Nice. Compared to this. Moves through the audio field like that. If I don't hit the mic. Alright, then. Again, this is something that I'm not used to hearing, so my next listen to the song, that will jump out at me. But I like that. It makes that part a little bit more interesting with not being too derivative, because now I am using that same downlifter 3 times in the track. But it ties it together. One thing that I could see somebody giving feedback on would be some white noise or something to fill out the high end of the sonic spectrum. But, you know, if anybody has any ideas, post it in comments or send me an email. Tom@loudverse.com, or just go over to itstomv.com. You can subscribe. Let me know if you can think of other ways to fill it out, particularly in this part, because it does seem a little dry toast. Let's hear it from as it goes into it, because it's a little mini climax, and then later in the song with the second finale, we hit it again. So let's hear this. Aye. Nice. Well, that's coming along. Again, makes it a little bit more interesting. Nothing to write home about necessarily, so that part might need some more sprucing up still, but let's see how we doing on time. How we doing on time? What happened to the timer? That app's gone. All right, I am officially done with that Appomac timer app. It is not very good. Had some issues because I think it's been about an hour, so I'm going to call this one. I went through, took a listen, came up with 5 quick ideas to execute on. You know, we saw what we saw, got a few things, just a little bit more interesting. Excited to listen to this with some fresh ears, what we did over at the end here with the hook and the lead into the final La Villa part, because that I think adds a lot of nice elements. Got some nice automation at the end and whatnot. So yeah, I'll be back with you guys on Saturday. Thanks everybody for joining. It's TomV.com, Loudverse Media. Until next time, you know what it is. Peace.